you delivered the projects in almost 40 countries. And as you said, building understanding is key for delivering any internal audit engagement. But 40 countries means different cultures, different approaches to, talking to CEOs, CFOs, and top executives, or even employees at all levels. So what is the role of culture and how we can understand this when you are dealing with different people from different countries and trying to get this understanding?
Actually, I would say that, first of all, business is a common language. Quite often, actually, you're maybe, if you're in an American company or a British company, a lot of management that you're dealing with are expatriates anyway. But when you're dealing with local management, you're still having the same conversation. You're still talking about the same business, and you're still talking about the same things. So typically, I would say that culture doesn't have a huge impact on the business fundamentals. But this is where it does begin to become effective, because you're building a relationship with management, because management feel that connection, that you really want to talk about what they're interested to talk about. Then they want to spend more time with you. They like to spend more time with you because you do have some interesting things to share from your experience. You're talking about things that are relevant to them. Then if you're lucky, you get more time with them. And maybe you get more time with them socially. And then you begin to really understand. That's where I found that you begin to understand the kind of cultural aspect of this and get a deeper understanding of the cultural impacts. But I think it's focus on the business fundamentals first, and then the cultural flavors will sort of come secondary to that.
Great. And maybe finally, if you want to tell us, let's say, top 3, if you want, recommendations for internal auditors to deal with the current situation. I mean, COVID-19, most of the people are sitting now in their homes and trying to deliver work, trying to be efficient, but there are a lot of challenges. So from your long experience, I'm not sure, I think no one faced these kind of situations before, but from your experience, what kind of, let's say, tips you want to give the internal auditors in order to deliver highly efficient engagements?
Well, maybe it's not a surprise, given that what I've just said is, so you've got to be able to continue the communication. So I think all of us have suddenly gotten much better at things like Zoom meetings and other similar tools, and using these things such as this to communicate. So you've got to keep the communication going as much as possible. And like I said, it's really still, not a complete substitute for face-to-face, but it's still important, always important, that you have the dialogue and the understanding. For me as well, a great source of audit findings throughout my career has always just been a thorough understanding of a trial balance. It's as simple as that. If you have a good accounting background, you have good knowledge of the business, the trial balance is a real, it's a gold mine to really help you understand where some of the bigger issues are. I would contend that you could do a review of the basic accounts, and every time you do that, you can almost come up with an audit report. I found that you've been able to come up with an audit report just by doing that. So I think it's key to be able to, if we're limited, is to be able to think about where the easy wins are. Where can we get the things that, if we can't get certain communication, or there's things that we can't do, where can we get a simple and effective understanding? And then, as always, if we can't do everything that we want to do by being confined to our office or home, good old risk assessment. Let's more than ever, refocus our efforts to the things that are highest priority, because inevitably things are going to take longer to do, are going to be harder to get those results. So fine tune that risk assessment review it, and make sure that you're investing the resources that we do have in the most important thing.